Hello everyone, welcome to all on our YouTube channel Agriculture and GK. Myself Shivangi, and today we are going to discuss about the most important topic for our FSSI, FSO exam, Technical Officer exam. That is the overview of Codex Alimentarius. So in today's session, we are going to discuss the most important point of the Codex Alimentarius, which is very important. From a exam point of view. So let's start today's session. Before going to the deep in the session, I want to share some information about the our course, which is for the FSSAI, CFSO and Technical Officer exam, and other than FSSAI Assistant, FSSAI Directorate exam also. So if you are seriously want to crack the exam, so you can definitely purchase this course. If you purchase this course, you find the full study material, which is in the downloadable and printable form, and you also provided with the test series and old paper. So definitely purchase this course because the you all know date is out and we have only 20 days left for the exam. So without any further delay, you can purchase this course. Okay. Next information is about the Tamil Nadu Food Safety Officer exam. Uh, for the Tamil Nadu Food Safety Officer exam, we have another course for the particular exam, and in this course we provide the full study material, which is including 3 ebooks, one question bank, and we also provide in this the test series, which is based on the exam pattern. YouTube class note is also given in this course, and the course price is only 99. So make sure you definitely purchase this course if you want to really crack the exam. So without any further delay, we are focusing on today topic, which is about the Codex Alimentarius. Okay, so let's start the session with the introduction of Codex Alimentarius. In today's session, we are very much aware about the Codex Alimentarius, but as the exam is near, date is out, so we our focus is to share some information about the important topic and to the point. So before, I think you are study the Codex Alimentarius and other act, but this session is talk about only the most important point of the Codex Alimentarius. And so make sure you watch the full session for your maximum benefits. Okay, so let's start with the introduction. What is the Codex Alimentarius? So basically, Codex Alimentarius is a group of international food standard which is adopted by the Codex Alimentarius Commission and uniformly presented. Okay, the Codex Alimentarius word, which is taken from the Latin term. So the Latin meaning of the Codex Alimentarius is like the food law or legal food code. Okay, so by this the Codex Alimentarius names is given. Okay, so the Codex Alimentarius standard cover all the basic type of basic food type, like raw food, semi processed, processed, and that are intended are distributed to the consumer. So it cover uh, all the food material, all the type of food. Okay, and one thing which is very important, that Codex Alimentarius is a voluntary. Okay, so other than this, the regulation of the codex refer to the food hygiene and quality. It include the microbiological standards, it include food additives, it include pesticides and residue from veterinary drug, contaminants, food labeling and marketing. Method of sampling and hazard analysis is also included in this, and a food import and export certification system is it cover the broad area of the every aspect of the food. Okay, next move the what is the role of the Codex Alimentarius basically. So Codex Alimentarius is for the ensure that the product compiling with the codex standard can be sold on the international market without compromising health and interest of the consumer. Okay, so Codex Alimentarius ensure product is safe internationally, and the review of the member law based in internationally accepted scientific and technological standard, because the standard of the Codex Alimentarius is the science based. Okay, so they are by proper reviewing and checking of the standard, it is clarified that this food is safe and this limit is this. So it is a very important to regulate the this law. Okay. uh, if you're talking about then when the Commission is developed, so the Codex Commission is developed in 1962, and the subsidiary of the Codex Alimentarius of the Food and Agriculture Organization, United Nations, and World Health Organization. So the Alimentarius Commission is the joint effort of the Food and Agriculture Organization and the World Health Organization. Okay, joint venture between FAO and WHO to formulate internationally accepted and food safety standards for protection of human health and to ensure fair trade practice. Okay, this is the main agenda behind the Codex Alimentarius. Okay, so Codex Alimentarius is the coordination of the all food standard, it initiation and supervision of the draft standard, it finalization of the food standards, publication of standard worldwide, and amend standard in face of a new technology. These all things is included in the Codex Commission. Okay, if you're talking about the structure of Codex Commission, so basically Codex Commission is the intergovernmental body and it is open to all UN member nation. Currently 165 member is the under the Codex Commission. Okay, executive committee oversee the commission activities, in which one chairperson, three vice chair, and seven other member is in the executive committee. Okay, and the role of the secretariat committee, that the secretariat committee oversee the executive committee, which is located at the FAO in a Rome. Okay, so this is the basic structure of the Codex Commission. Okay, so what is the purpose of Codex Alimentarius? The basic agenda, the basic purpose is to protect consumer health and economic interest and to secure fair trade practice in the food industry. This is the main agenda, main motto behind the Codex Alimentarius. Okay. Now come to the objective. What is the objective of the Codex? So the basically Codex is to protect the health of consumer, as we already discussed in the previous slide, and it also ensure the fair practice in a food trade, and it also coordinate all work regarding food standard. It work on to determine and the priorities and to initiate the preparation of standard and to publish the standard. These are the objective of the codex. Okay, now come to the scope. What is the scope of the Codex Alimentarius? So the basic scope of the Codex Alimentarius, that it cover all food, whether it is processed, it is semi-processed or raw. So in addition to the standard for the specific food, the Codex Alimentarius contain general standard which covering matters such as food labeling, food hygiene, food additives and pesticide residue, and procedure for assessing the safety of food derived from the modern biotechnology. So it cover all the aspect, all the area related to the food. Okay, it contain a guideline for the management of official, for example government import and export and inspection and certification system for the food. Okay, this is the basic structure of the Codex Alimentarius Commission. The is the initial top body is the executive committee and secretariat. So executive committee have the three other form. One is for the general committee, other is the commodity committee and task force, and the third one is the regional committee. Okay, so general committee have 9 person and regional committee have the 6 person, and the commodity which committee which look after the commodity and task forces include the active committee, which have the 7 member, and the task force which have the 3 member, and the committees agents which have the 4 members. So this is the basic structure of Codex Alimentarius Commission. uh, First one is the executive committee, second one is the regional coordination committee, and the third one is the secretariat of the commission. Okay, so what is the role of the executive committee? So basic role of the executive committee is to sorry so basic role of the executive sorry for the interruption. The basic role of the executive committee is the it include the chairperson, and it includes the 3 vice person. It includes seven regional representative and 6 regional coordinator. Okay, so this is the basic structure of the executive committee, and the what is the basic structure of the regional coordinating committee. So in regional coordinating committee, 6 regional committees for the Africa, Asia, Europe, Latin America, and Caribbean, North America, and Southwest Pacific Near East. It is responsible for defining the problem and need of the region. And it also responsible for the coordination of the activities. Okay. Third thing about the secretariat of the commission. So it is responsible for the formulation and development of FAO and WHO standards. It administrates and support the commission, and in relation with the national codex contact, it also deal with the basic relation of the national codex contact point. Okay, so these are the role of the secretariat of the commission. Okay. uh, Basic codex committee including the commodities committee, general subject committee, regional committee, and regional coordinating committee. So the commodity committee is for the fats and oil, general subject committee is for the food additives, and the regional committee for the intra regional matter and trades. Okay. Regional coordinating committee is for the Africa, Europe, Southwest Pacific, Latin America, Caribbean, Near East, and North America. So these is all about the codex committees. Okay. If you talk about the codex committee on general issues, so the codex committee on general principle is working on the codex committee on food labeling, codex committee on the method of analysis and sampling, codex committee on a food hygiene, and codex committee on the pesticide residue, codex committee on a food additive and contaminants. So the codex committee on general issue is including the 6 other committee which is for the different aspect of the food related things, like the codex committee on general principle is dealing with the general principle related to the food, and codex committee on a food labeling is dealing with the labeling regulation and law, and the committee of the which for the analysis and sampling is dealing with the how the analysis and sampling is done for the food, and the food codex committee on the food hygiene is look after the hygiene aspect of the food. Okay, so like this the other committee working on the different aspect of the things. So this is about the codex committee on general issue. Okay, so it is very important to learn that how under the codex committee of general issue, what is the how much part under the codex committee on general issue. So there is a 6 part. Okay. Sorry, 9 part, sorry. So seventh for the codex committee on import export inspection and certification system, and other for the codex committee on nutrition and food for the special dietary uses, and the next thing about the codex committee on residue and veterinary drug in food. So the codex committee on residue and veterinary drug food is about the dealing with the residue limit of the veterinary drug in the food, and the codex committee on nutrition and the food for special dietary uses is dealing with the nutraceuticals and functional food, functional food related thing, and the codex committee on the import export inspection and certification system is look after the all the laws for the import export inspection and certification system. So this is all about the general principle. Okay. uh, if you're talking about the food under the codex, so according to the codex, the definition of food is something that any substance, whether processed, partially processed, or raw, which is intended for human consumption and includes drink, chewing gum, and any substance which have been used in the manufacture, preparation, and treatment of food, but does not include cosmetics, tobacco, and substances used solely or drugs. So this is the food by the Codex Alimentarius Commission. This is the definition of the food. Okay. So now we are looking the codex legal tool. What is the codex legal tool? So codex legal tool is the codex standard, code of practice, and guideline and recommendation. These are the codex legal tools. So what is the codex standard? So basically codex standard is for the food requirement intended to provide consumer with a sound wholesome food product free from adulteration, correctly labeled and presented. International acceptance, most important consideration next to safety. These things is related to the codex in standard, that the food is must be sound, wholesome food, and it is free from the any adulteration. Okay, and the it is also correctly labeled. Okay, so this is about the codex standard for the food. uh, Other than this, prescribed format must to use to develop each standard, like name, scope, description, essential composition and quality factor, food additives, contaminants, hygiene, weight and measures, labeling and method of analysis and sampling. These are the things which is must included in the prescribed format. What is the code of practice? So in code of practice, advisory text issued to all members, designed to assist committee in achieving purpose of the codex. Individual member deciding how to use code, and typically describe hygiene requirement adequate, acceptable, and the consider checklist of requirement for the enforcement authority, which is jurisdictional prosecutives. Okay, so this is the about the code of practice of the codex. What is the guideline and recommendation? So basic tool used to help member nation in elaboration of their standard to conform the codex. Okay, so it is the basic tool. Guideline and recommendation is the basic tool which is used to help member nation in elaboration of their standard to conform to codex, and it is non-binding but acceptable worldwide, very useful to developing countries. For example, code of ethics for international trade in food, and commission can make guideline is quasi binding, like SPS agreement guideline. Okay, so like SPS agreement guideline, it is a quasi binding. SPS I already discussed in a different lecture, so you can check out from the playlist. Okay, yeah, now come to the point, which is for the food additive. So food additive under the codex is what? So basically, codex general standard for food additive is, according to the codex general standard of food additive, any substance not normally consumed as a food on its own and normally constituted a typical food ingredient, whether or not it has any nutritional value, the international additional of which to food for a technological purpose in the manufacturing, or may reasonably be expected to result in it or its byproduct becoming a component of, uh, or otherwise affecting the characteristic of such food. So this is the definition of food additive according to the Codex Alimentarius Commission. Okay, what about the food labeling under the codex? So the codex general standard for the food labeling of pre-packaged food recognized labeling as important to both objective of codex. Label any tag, brand, mark, pictorial or other descriptive matter, written, printed, stenciled to a container of food. Okay, this is about the label. And the food labeling requirement under Codex Alimentarius is the, it must have the name of the food and the list of ingredient in descending order, net content and drained weight, name and address of the manufacturer, country of origin, lot identification, date marking and storage instruction and instruction for use. So all these things is must included in the package of food, if they follow the regulation of Codex Alimentarius Commission. Okay, now the last thing about the achievements. What is the achievements of the Codex Alimentarius Commission? So it includes 237 food standards, 43 code of practice, 33 guideline, and 197 pesticide evaluated, 3,274 limit of, for pesticide residue, 289 limits for veterinary drug residue, and 1,300 food additive evaluated. These are the achievements of the food Codex Alimentarius Commission. Okay, so this is all about this today's session. We are discussing the most important point of the Codex Alimentarius Commission. Hope you like the session. If you like the session, please like the video as well, and subscribe our channel if you are not subscribed it, and share with your friend. Thank you for listening us.